What up, boys and girls? West Texas podcast in the house yet again.
In the house.
Your boy Chris and Maxosaurus Rex over there. Say hello.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hola.
We're here with our good buddy, being Quiroz.
Hello. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, dude. Now, on to the gotcha moments.
Tell us where you were the other night. I always like when the guest says, thank you for having me. I'm like, wow, dude.
I feel kind of honored.
They're thanking us for having them on the show.
And we're just piggybacking off of their success.
Yeah. Really.
Little do they know.
No, we had, I don't know if you ever heard of Billy Pond. He does those horror shows.
Mm-hmm.
Horror movies and stuff.
DEF CON Haunted Warehouse.
Oh, yeah,
but he also makes like these horror movies and stuff, and like apparently has a huge following.
Yeah.
And so he was like one of our first guests, and we had him on, and we're all talking, having a good time and stuff. And then we tagged him, and then like all his thousands and thousands of people were like wanting to listen to what he had to say, and they're like, "You fucking shithead, you're talking over fucking Billy Pond." So we got like all this fucking hate mail from all the Billy Pond fans and shit. But like our reach was out of here. Dude. Like, our reach was out of the ballpark, dude. But like. It was all hate mail and shit.
Yeah. I mean, there was some.
It was funny though. It was funny.
But it grows your engagement. It grows what you're trying to do.
But dude,
and there's people that
in theory.
Yeah, you want to
not us anymore.
New followers.
But no, that was a fun show.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
Well, we can make this one just as fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We can do that.
Let's do that.
We all can have fun in our own way. That's what my wife says, dude. When I'm like trying to get the kids to like go on the ski lift and shit, it's like. Don't make it. We all have fun in our own way.
No, today we're having fun on the ski lift. Sorry.
Yeah. It's like if you want to go skiing, you're gonna have to get on the ski lift
and have fun this way.
You're not gonna have fun standing here with skis on.
Hey, standing with skis is a very exciting sport. Okay, it's in the Olympics now. Ski standing.
I don't get past the bunny slopes myself. I can't.
Really?
I've never been on the lift. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it, man.
You seem like. Helmet.
No, wait, man. I'm in the parking lot at Rio Odessa. That's it. Yeah, that's I can see my car.
You get out when Snowflake kicks you. That's it.
Hey, you're there. Okay.
Yeah.
But where you want?
The drive up the mountain is scary enough for me, So.
Yeah,
Never been skiing.
No,
I've never been skiing.
Really?
I've never been skiing.
Yeah. It's fun, but.
I don't get out there that much either. So.
Well, hey Ben, tell us about this building we're in, bro.
All right, yeah, sure. So we got a couple of things. I got
how many square feet is this building?
I have 18,000 square feet here. 18,000 square feet. This property sat vacant for about 6 years after the incident. And I was working on another project downtown on 2nd Street. I was still in the process of building some corporate housing apartment units. We looked at that, and then the Godasalis came to me and said, "Hey, you want what about this property over here, the Old Healthy Heart Center?" And I thought
because he was under investigation for fraud and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. So what was the incident?
Well, hold on. First, he was like criminal activity.
I don't know all the stuff he was doing, but there's lots of
many things. But then this was like shut down.
Yeah. Everybody dropped their pins and their coffee cups, and they just up and left. Whenever I walked in here, there was still paper on the desks, pins. They were in the middle of a sentence or something.
Shit in the toilet.
In the whole place, man.
Still someone there still shitting the shit on the toilet.
Yeah, but I started thinking about it, and I was looking at the downtown progress and about what downtown's doing, and I thought that it was going to be a great investment. I said it's just sitting there. Somebody needs to go over there and make it meet its potential.
And it's kind of like it was at that time kind of like stigmatized.
It was.
Hold on.
But over time, that can go away.
Yeah.
To backtrack a little bit, what was the incident?
Well, it was the murder-suicide of Shrish Gadasali.
You really we were building up to that, bro.
No, we were dodging it.
We were building up to that because first it's talking about it was vacant and why.
Yeah.
So he was still alive at that time, but then he got back in business for him to have gotten killed here.
Yeah.
He must have been, unless this was his where he kept all of his.
I think this is where it came to a point.
Yeah.
Like I remember it was all that build up and then.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
He had issues with Medical Center Hospital and ORMC, so he came and built this thing.
And the medication.
And all that stuff, right? So he just built himself his own little hospital over here, and, whenever he wasn't there to lead it anymore and to fuel
and he also had very loyal customers.
He did have very loyal customers.
He had a fun, and maybe he was good at what he did.
Yeah, and that's what I hear often. I hear that he was a good doctor for the patients, but that his personal
the fraud.
Yeah, and then there was that. there was
The
that.
fraud will get you every time.
But and then trying to shake that stigmatism of the property too.
Right.
It's, so you take on this project, and we got an anchor tenant in here from a corporate anchor tenant. So Nova Medical, they have about 70 offices throughout the nation and whatnot. They're pretty.
Really? Who's that again? What do they do?
Nova Medical.
Oh, Nova Medical.
Occupational medicine. They do. So they're our anchor tenant, and and then
You'll
I
fuck
have.
with shit all the time during the show and shit, and you'd be like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
that's why I'm watching the sound levels.
Gotcha.
I'll move the mic. If you're comfortable, I'll move the mic.
Cool. But we do. I have an imaging center in here now. I have an MRI machine in here. I have one of 3 in the state. I have my administration in here.
Is that the machine you put me in and it tickled me?
It was upside down though.
Yeah.
That's
totally
the,
upside down and the tickle machine
you're like,
turned
no,
out.
that was it. That was it. That was it.
It didn't feel good until it felt good.
Yeah,
And then it felt
we have
good.
great. What are they called? Technologists.
Tickle receptors?
Techs over there.
Yeah.
They make sure you're happy.
Yeah. Your techs knew exactly what they're doing. They turned the tickle machine right on.
Right on, right.
To maximum tickle.
So yeah, that's the story of this building.
So is it haunted? Have you seen the ghost yet?
We had it blessed twice. We had it blessed by a Catholic priest.
The
my
first
uncle,
time.
and then the second time by Ms. Goddessali, and they blessed it. I'm not sure which, but there's flowers at the threshold, and they did like some.
You have great chlorophyll.
Yeah.
That's what we got from the MRI. Your chlorophyll levels are great.
Oh,
They're
perfect.
great. Yeah. When you
So
turn the
you're
machine on, it turns.
Well,
into
that's neat that Josh had it
So
blessed.
flowers.
yeah.
The flowers do something.
It was something. I mean,
You were told that.
we had a party here one time, and there was like this lady who could feel energy. Who said she wanted.
Sometimes they're just nutballs.
Yeah.
But also sometimes you can.
She was walking around trying to feel the energy and stuff. But,
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's,
Well, when I walked
We're
in,
not going to invite you next time. Okay?
well, when I walked in, there was blood on the walls that said murder. Then I checked
Red
it
room.
was gone. Yeah, it was
Red
gone.
room, yeah.
I was like, that might be a bit odd.
But I do
Yeah.
have a question
We
about
just cover
that.
up the
I do have a
red.
question about
Disconcerting.
that. I do have a question about that. So you got blessed twice. So like the first time wasn't.
you need a double blessing, I guess.
The double
It was,
blessing.
it was a murder suicide.
I'm asking you. What I'm basically getting at is like, was there something that
Happening?
made you do that? Okay, first of all, yes, you.
Oh, there's a story. Look at him. There's a story.
At
you
night.
noises. Yeah, you hear noises.
You hear noises.
There's probably also homeless people living.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like, here's the kind of noises that you'll hear that you know something's going on is when you hear like a door engage.
Yeah.
And then open. Like that's not the AC. That's not the draft.
Yeah.
Things like
we
that.
all watched Goosebumps as kids.
Yeah.
And I remember the noises that Goosebumps said. Yeah.
So is there any specific thing? And like, it doesn't. Like, I can understand being in a professional position. Like, ghosts aren't real.
No, nothing that I could, really
But,
say.
it
But
bumps
being
in
here
the
at
night.
night, bumps in the night kind of
Stuff in that
stuff.
corner of your eye, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's always kind of in the back of your mind.
But it feels great now.
Yeah. I think so. So,
Well, the new paint makes the spirits go away.
Yeah.
But they come back, let us know, because Matt is a real life Ghostbuster.
no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right. Here's what's the
Proton pack.
What about
speaking of which, there's a new Ghostbusters
And the
movie
trap.
coming out.
The trap.
You got the trap. Oh, okay.
Dude, have you seen the trailer for it? Anybody?
Light is green, trap is clean.
Hey, if that movie showed one thing, it showed that the EPA has a lot more power than what
That
we
was
think.
so ahead of its time, dude. That was
The
so ahead
EPA
of
comes
its
in
time.
and shuts it off. And just
That
like,
was so
Go
ahead
for
of
you
its
guys.
time, bro. That was so ahead of its time. I've told Chris this and I tell everybody, like, if you haven't watched that movie in a while, like, I was a Ghostbuster as a kid, that's what he's saying. Like, I had the everything. Okay? I had the everything. But if you watch it now, like, I didn't watch it for 20 years and then go back and watch it, like, the humor, no cussing, no nudity, no nothing, but, like, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis is good, and then the guy that's next door
remember that
neighbor.
guy?
No, the next door neighbor.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah. And then the
He's
black
great.
guy.
Hey, it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy.
His name's like.
You know what's funny?
And then, that's that could be a good segue into this chamber thing.
Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winston.
Hey, and on Ghostbusters 2, and they're all like, Echo, and it's like, and then Winston's like, all right, like the token black guy, dude, and he's like, hey, and nothing happens, and it goes, Winston.
was a racist ghost.
It was a racist ghost, man.
But like he was like,
called all the time.
he was like the token black guy in that movie,
Yeah.
and like it was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
and like everybody was cool with it. Like and it was funny. Like all the white dudes get to hear their echo and shit.
Yeah.
And then he does it.
And he was the only one that wasn't a nerd too. Remember when they got trapped in the
He's like,
fire?
hey man, I'll do anything to got a paycheck, man. He literally says that. Like I got all these one-liners from the movie. Dude, we shouldn't even. Let's move on. Okay. So we're in the haunted building right now. So that's what got us to Ghostbusters.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I was saying.
Nah, it's been blessed, and the spirits have been vanquished.
The spirits taking the vaccine. That's
That's
important.
there's ghost vaccinations happening in the back. Now they're vaccinating the dead. Did you know that? They're actually,
I got to say.
I was like,
It's not far fetched.
it's not far fetched. Have your dead ones, even the ashes. I need a squirt of
immediately my mind started going to work on that. Like, well, I guess they need to so they can spread more. You totally had me sold, bro.
Yeah, you know what?
Just wait.
Yeah, let's go for some dead people vaccinated right now.
Let's go dig them all up in the cemetery. Vaccinate.
Give them double. We need 3 by now.
They could come back to life, and spread it.
It's the Moderna where you're up to the 3rd one now, right?
Yeah, the booster shots.
Yeah, and it hasn't even been a full year that the vaccine's been in.
And then there's these docs out there. I don't know if you saw over the weekend, medical center hospital docs. I'm not going to say any names, but he says he has been fully vaccinated and still came down with COVID again.
Yeah, because there's inoculate. It's not an inoculation.
Yeah, it's a.
That has happened so often that we should now just be like, and you know what sucks is they're like changing society.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come in here unless you've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Well, the vaccine doesn't do anything.
Yeah. And, I'm educated in that stuff. I've gone through a curriculum of virology and books and books and books. It's not just Google searches of what you want to see, but a curriculum on how those things reproduce. I'm not saying I'm a virologist.
Let me pause you right there
Not just YouTube research.
Correct.
Yeah, well, that's the best research. That's what pause right there just for a second. The way you aggressively said virology.
Virology?
Dude, you need another.
It got me hot and bothered. Okay, continue.
Okay.
Yeah, I do actually.
Sure, yeah, go
You
for it.
do.
I do. Thank you.
But,
So you've written a curriculum as part of like.
of my education, of the degrees that I've had to work for, and the tests, the presentations, all of that stuff. And whenever, there's things that don't sit right with me. I know the vaccines work, they have, but you can't vaccinate against every single thing for the rest of your life. And
Vaccines
it's everywhere.
in general are a good idea.
I think a lot of people have the misconception that the vaccines will make this virus go away. Once a virus is introduced, it's there.
It's there.
Like,
forever.
The only thing that can happen is every living being on the planet perish.
Yeah.
I love the memes that's like, let's all stay inside so no one ever dies again.
Yeah. It's a control. There's a lot of control.
I was looking for a
aspects of
coaster,
it.
you know what I'm going to use?
Just use that little silver. There you go.
Yeah, mask. That's for the
Not a boat. You know what those
That
masks?
mask
You know what those masks are good for? A coaster.
It's more effective as a coaster than.
Yeah. Well,
Without a doubt. That's how small these things are.
it's like 12% effective.
Like,
No, I thought they were lower than that. CDC released a report saying 2.5.
Well, that was the fraud. Was the 12?
how come the masks don't work during allergy season?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's going to keep the pollen out of your eyes, pollen is much bigger than virus.
I'm not going to completely speak out against masks completely. What I will say is
Oh my
time
God.
and place.
You're stupid.
But if you're going to run in somewhere for 2 minutes, that mask will probably help you a little bit. But if you're going to wear it for 8 hours and it's going to be absorbed your spit, and every time you breathe,
Oh my God. And these chicks at these places with their makeup and it's all yellow and shit.
they take it off. It's a clown face.
Yeah.
And other stuff.
Oh, my head's still raised, but I'm still interrupting and shit.
And you even have masks that you can see through.
And I had something
Like, come
really
on.
good to say.
It's
I forgot what I was raising my hand for.
I don't know. It's probably something.
you can't sterilize the environment.
But that to me, just for what I observed and for what I know about viruses, aerosol like Lysol is probably the best thing to fight this with.
Kinda, but it's so small. Those
Injected.
are antibacterials. It's not a live thing. It just makes it mutates your cell reproduction.
Chlorophyll.
Well, not chlorophyll, but yeah. I got one. I know one.
No, it's like we'll say stupid shit, but he's like, I can't say stupid shit. Also, I can't agree with stupid shit
I
because
don't know. As a medical
because
professional, I
people-
can't say.
somebody on the internet will say, he said chlorophyll. He thinks chlorophyll. Yeah. See. So
And it's just a really tough conversation to. And what do you do though?
It is.
What do you do?
That's
though?
what I was going to say. I remember
What do you do?
I've told Chris this, and I want to see if you agree. You know what? And I'm not challenging you, but okay, just for our listeners and for the sake of conversation, an event horizon was the term came up with, like they're using for like black holes, maybe before that, but an event horizon is like you're getting sucked into a black hole and
there's no
once you cross the event horizon, you had a chance to turn away right then, but once you cross the event horizon, you're in. Or your car's barreling towards a brick wall, there's an event horizon, and once you cross that event horizon, you're going to hit the brick wall, but right before the event horizon, you could have turned away. Now, to get what we're talking about, I think, and I've told Chris this, I think we've crossed an event horizon as far as culture, society, government. I think an event horizon has been crossed, and it's like, are we going back to normal? No. Do you think we've crossed an event horizon that's
if you take a historical look at it, I think 800,000 years of mankind,
or some societies say more,
but some different societies.
I'm a Christian, so it's only 6,000.
Oh, it's like 6,000. Yeah. But you got the development of the Egyptians or the Romans, and they all had societal problems, and Julius Caesar ruled half the planet without social media, without telephones, and
it's weird.
And they stabbed
him. I get what you're saying.
So I think it's an existential thing, and it's a cyclic, and in every cyclical in every generation, not generation, but every society.
I'll start correcting all your words, man, so you look smart on the.
I appreciate that.
One time Chris was saying he was trying to say you gravitate towards that, and he's like, can you levitate towards that? And I was like, you levitate towards that?
Hey, I was drinking quite a levitate.
Sometimes we levitate towards those things. I was like, you levitate, bro.
Hey, I levitate at times.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Well, I'm being gravitated towards.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Okay. I do,
sis.
I do think that we have crossed the event horizon because of the big tech.
Yep.
The Romans didn't have they're listening to us right now.
Yeah.
And if there's not an active person listening, but there's algorithms. And trigger words, and they're cooperating. See, here's my messed up. We're cooperating.
Raise your hand.
With the government. And that's real cronyism right there, dude. Amazon, Facebook, Google, you know what I'm saying? And I do feel, unless there's nuclear war, hey, then the cycle starts over. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, or the fucking planet explodes or something. Okay, but then the cycle starts over.
And there's going to be.
But I'm more pessimistic than that, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? You're positive because hoping that civilization collapses and then we have a fucking
the renewal.
That's sad when that's the positive.
Yeah, that's the best positive spin on it is that civilization will collapse and fucking Mad Max and shit, and hey man, after that we'll be back to normal.
Yeah, Thanos, man, that's Thanos.
Yeah, we'll be back to reading paper books.
So, let's see. This is what happens when we start bullshitting on stuff too, and then next thing you know, nothing important gets done.
Okay. So we were on the COVID mask stuff. I was on the hospital. I was on the hospital board for 4 years there. So that was a pretty interesting 4 years. Watching different CEOs and leadership positions at that level of healthcare, the 17 counties of healthcare, and these are the decisions and the conversations that are had in the boardrooms. That was really.
It's interesting that the medical center, and I think you're the one that told me this, is such a large service area.
Geographic area, for sure.
And a lot of people don't consider that, and
hey, we're lucky to have medical center. I got COVID in Mexico, and I had to stay.
Medical center. I went to the other place that shall not be named, and
completely vacant.
Even though we're naming medical center like that, like we're in with them or something, but comparing the two, I prefer medical center. Yeah. Just
they got some great docs, great facilities, great technology.
Every woman that we knew that had a baby had a C-section at the other place.
Really?
Every single one of them, emergency C-section. And you know what that means?
Wow.
Daddy get money. You know what I'm saying? More money.
How much is a C-section? I'm gonna go get a C-section right now.
You're talking about and then we're talking about insurance money. You're talking about $12,000 for a baby being born on insurance to $30 or $100 on a C-section. Emergency. You're basically having a surgery. You're
abdominal surgery.
And the triggers for that is your blood pressure's too high. They were trying to do that to my wife because we had our first baby at RMC, and I was like, hell fucking no, you're not cutting her open and shit. Dude, over her heartbeat, and I was like, calm down, babe. Guess what? But they're They're all getting all the fucking shit ready. They're getting all the saws and knives and all this shit out ready to fucking do all this shit.
Hostile style.
But it was a money thing. And you don't have to say that, okay? But in my opinion, and I'm telling you, okay, people that we know in our mutual circle, which emergency C-section, emergency C-section. How come every woman that goes to RMC has an emergency C-section?
I don't know about that.
So needless to say, we are now performing C-sections behind the Target in the parking lot. Come see your boy for your discount C-section.
In between Target and the Quick
It's in the van in the parking lot.
But, you know, for 2 weeks I was afraid in Mexico. They wouldn't let me travel because I tested positive in Mexico. I'm out at the club the night before.
We visited the day before you left, remember?
Yeah, went to Cancun for 5 days.
Got some pizza.
And then, they kept me there, and it was... I had all this anxiety from...
I got fucking COVID in fucking Mexico.
Right,
Mexican
exactly.
COVID.
I got Mexican COVID.
The poorest of all strains. But the most tropical.
The most racial.
The most fun, though. You got the most fun strain of COVID.
Tasting pineapples for 2 weeks straight.
It was very tropical.
Yeah. So, but, you know, I wanted to be back home in Odessa. You know, I never really...
Dude, you don't want to be in a hospital in old Mexico.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It's like a horror movie where, like, they're wheeling you around this thing and the wheels are like...
Yeah. That was what I was afraid of.
I did some IT work at this hospital down in Mexico City, and it was a big badass.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if I believe that.
You know, there's smart Mexicans. You know, there are smart Mexicans.
Contrary to listen. Poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
Yes, they are, and that's
that's what Joe Biden said. That's a Joe Biden quote.
Oh,
poor kids are just as smart as white kids, and he's like,
I mean,
think about it. Poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
That's when he started his slope into dementia. It was hilarious.
Yeah, because white kids have an edge, I guess.
Are not poor. There's no poor white kids.
Don't happen, bro.
No poor.
And all white kids are smart.
And no. All colored children are poor.
Yeah.
That's what he's really saying.
I don't think he knew what he was saying. I think he was just...
No, that was him saying. That was him. That was him.
If you shut up and listen to him, he'll tell you exactly what he thinks of people of color.
Yeah.
And he'll say some...
Yeah.
Anyways...
So...
You know, they rub their hairs on my legs.
Yeah, and that's why. And while I was up there at that hospital board, I jumped on the Chamber of Commerce, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I was like, "Hey, let's hitch this wagon to this to the healthcare system because it needs support. That thing. I think the community needs the Hispanic Chamber just because of the future of what's happening."
Let me say this: is that you are a high tempo individual, and that's what I like about you. You're not boring to talk to. You're not stupid. Okay.
Some people would disagree, but okay.
You're not poor. Okay.
Right.
Hit every check mark.
But when you look at things like the chamber, or the hospital board, things like that, and it's like stagnant. And so, hey, how can we connect you to you? When you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
Yeah, good for all.
That's another Barack Obama quote. I'm just full of like don't agree with it. Cut the last 5 seconds.
Well, no, we gotta encourage.
No, that's the thing. Like, if the grants are gonna be there, or like even just community, even cross promotion.
Yeah.
Cross promotion goes just as far, if not further, than grants and stuff. So you know, somebody that's gonna come in and at least have a public face and a role in that, and it's not that the past people didn't, but maybe they weren't high tempo, and everybody gets old and tired. You will one day.
Oh it's tough to keep gas in the tank.
Yeah, dude,
you gotta get motivated, and you gotta talk to people so you can do it.
And getting your ass fucking chewed out on Facebook all fucking day every day.
I just don't read it.
You know, so. That all that kind of shit weighs down on you. And you still got to raise your kids right, take them to school, run your businesses, and all that.
Tell me how to raise my kids.
Again.
My kids are in the car right now.
With the windows rolled up.
Yeah, the gas is too expensive to keep that thing running.
You got any peanuts or anything I can throw in the window?
But look at that. Now that you say that about gas, look, the Odessa is going to be a hot spot for commerce, man. Hot.
Tell us about that, because I don't know if Chris is like all in tune on that. You've told me about it, so like,
man. So you guys,
he's dumb.
Used a lot of crown.
He's
colors.
just looking.
oh shit.
Oh, I did that. Oh. Pause it.
Nah, we're good.
I did that.
Oh my god.
I did that.
Oh,
That was funny.
gosh.
They're like, lockdown, where's the shooter? No, that was a vape pen alarm.
All right, I'll stay away from that.
It's not a smoke detector, it's a heat.
First time this has ever set anything off.
It's a heat detector.
Do you think this was in here, or do you think it was everywhere?
It was everywhere. But hopefully they.
That's all right. Give it back. Walk up a little bit.
You know, the intercom, like.
Not even tell them.
That might happen a couple more times.
All right, well, we're gonna take a break.
So I can.
All right, so that was fun. What just happened?
No, just our alarm started going off during the interview, and it turns out.
I immediately went to Ghost. No.
Yeah, that's where he went. But it was really
Ghost, stop, you got a solid.
the security team checking the system.
Yeah, what it actually was like a professional business gets their fucking fire system checked. Like as part of the. If that doesn't happen, then you're not running a professional business, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like once a year, once a month, whatever. You know, I don't know what the regiment is on that, but like that's what it was. But I'm also vaping very lightly, but there's a fireplace in this room, people. Yeah. And this is a boardroom where you can light up a cigar in here. You know what I'm saying?
You should be able to light a cigar.
So, well, there is a fire, there is a smoke detector.
I've had cigars. You know, I miss the 80s business people of Odessa.
Yeah.
You know, the 80s fucking cigar.
Smoke cigars,
where you
do
smoke
cocaine
cigar.
off the desk and all that stuff, and have whiskey at noon.
And noon, right? Yeah, right.
No, the
old way that they used
when
to
the
do it.
CEO of the hospital was giving a press conference with the cigarette in his mouth and shit.
Exactly. No,
Everybody had a cigarette. The kids had a
the
cigarette.
kids had a cigarette. You know, those were
The dog had a cigarette.
Everybody had a Corvette. Those were hot, man. Those were good times. And I tried to live my life kind of in that same fashion in the 80s. You know, I mean, I like that feel, man. And,
No, that's good. You know,
everybody's all judgy and shit these days. Fuck off, man. Go fucking do something.
Nowadays
You know?
it's just like, again, the event horizon, dude. Like, now culture can beat it back because we do beat a lot. We conservative is the majority culture, even if people don't know it. Look at the people clowning on shit on the internet. Look at the college games. They're like, fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Like the news media is like baffled. Like,
so I want to circle back to the economic development about Odessa. What's happening here?
Yeah.
So you got two huge things that are starting to happen. You have I-14.
Yeah, we were talking about that when just to say, hey, inform him when the fucking when Dr. Gadasali came in to
remind us of his presence.
Yeah.
But it's going to be from Odessa to Augusta, Georgia, like a direct interstate. I mean, that's going to increase commerce going out that way towards the east.
And what's going to be on this commerce?
The green energy, green gas from this Nacero plant. This is $8 billion.
And that's the main thing that's going in out there.
The $8 billion
what's driving it.
Yep. So you're going to have this. They're going to compress this natural gas and turn it into green energy that you can use in your gasoline vehicles.
No,
a little different. Sort of. Old, millions and millions and millions of years old kind of chlorophyll. But
if you bring it down really far,
it's all chlorophyll.
But I mean, Tesla put in the Giga plant over in Austin is doing that.
What did you just say?
For $1 billion there. This is 8 times that.
Did you hear
8 times that.
He did. He said Giga.
There's got to be some fraud in there we could get in on, Chris.
Yeah, some investigative journalism.
Yeah, we'll start busting people.
And the way we'll do
This is citizen's arrest.
and we'll just do it by trolling them on.
Yeah, we'll just like put a security badge on and shit. Be like, we work here.
We were just trust me.
Oh, we'll be like, we own this property right here. We'll start selling caliche and shit, and like, then the real owner comes 10 years later, like, what do you guys do?
So I mean, I think Odessa is a great place to be, great place to invest.
The Permian Basin.
It's gonna just continue to grow and thrive. With the interstates coming through Odessa is a hub to the interior of the United States. So this community is just gonna continue to grow. You know, so we want to make sure that we're all making money. Let's make some money.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when we were doing the last podcast with Wallace Dunn. We did a special bonus podcast in between, but we won't talk about that. But the one we did with Wallace Dunn, it was really funny because we were at the Marriott and we were talking about the water plant, and we're like, well, they could have either built this building that we're sitting in right now and enjoying our time, or the water plant.
Yeah,
that was the choice. You know what I'm saying? But so things like the Marriott and the downtown, and those things. It's like you're saying, this will continue to grow, and as part of that growth, we can't be like Eunice, New Mexico. Or New Mexico in general at all.
Yeah.
Hobbs, Jow, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, name a place. Can't be like New Mexico people. Okay? If you want to go to New Mexico, go to New Mexico. But like, we can't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're building an $8 billion facility. We have to be able to at least be better than New Mexico.
No doubt. It's in Odessa. Right. I mean, because in Austin and Dallas and Houston, there's a whole bunch of guys that got the Jazz and got the Sass.
And they got hedge funds from New York financing all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But here in Odessa, we don't have any of those big dogs.
We got Quiroz financing shit.
That's it. Yeah. You know, so we need more of us guys to do that kind of stuff.
Quiroz refurbishing
the haunted center
with the. Stigma. Refurbishing all the stigmatized buildings. Somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
You know? Yeah. And props to you for having, just like, dude, there must be some cronyism there somewhere, some fraud. It's like, no, maybe this dude is goes out and does shit like, hey, or you can sit on your fucking couch and eat fucking chips all day and post on Facebook.
Troll on Facebook.
That's not conservative values and shit. It's like, dude.
I'm like, well, man, what are you doing? I look around and I'm like, hey, come on. I want to complain, but what are you doing?
They're fucking retweeting fucking pet spotters and shit is what they're fucking doing. Like, that's what they're providing to society. It's like, oh, you lost your poodle? Oh, I'll share your fucking post.
The OA
did something.
The OA did an article on the chamber yesterday, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce yesterday, didn't even interview me and quoted us and saying that we're not getting funded.
So are you the president or CEO?
I'm the chair for everything. I'm the chair. Well, and I guess janitor, all that stuff. No, we have an interim CEO right now. Her name is Serena. She was the administrative assistant. So she's doing the interim stuff, the day-to-day stuff.
I told Chris, I said, man, we're in this building. I was like, we're talking about doing the podcast in the facility that was very nice of you guys to offer, and I was like, man, there's U.S. Marshals and shit and everything. I was like, I don't know, man. We're downtown, 7 stories up and shit.
It's kind of hard to make a run for it.
The police station's right next door. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work out. But it was very nice of you guys to, very nice gesture, So that was really cool, and and things like that. Like, hey, who are we? But like, just providing the community. You have it. It's available.
We're trying to network y'all's group and network any other into future podcasts and grow and develop this. That's why I want to do this. I want to see y'all succeed. I want to see this thing blow up.
That's what it's all about, dude. That's what everything's about. It's so easy to lift your fellow man up than to break your man down, dude. It's easy to break people down. It's easy to point fingers and say this or that or that or that or that. That's the easiest thing to do. Hey. What's hard is to swallow your pride and say, hey, let's help this man. Let's collaborate. Let's
celebrate success, man.
Or let's consider different alternatives of, hey, that guy
it's fucked up. I'm sorry,
but the Hispanic Chamber, who else needs to be fired? Ben Quiroz needs to be fired.
It's like you can't be successful without people wanting to hate. You can't celebrate success, and that's really unfortunate.
Because they're sitting on the fucking couch.
They think that there has to be something wrong going on there. Yeah. If that
otherwise, I'd have just as
you're coming up if you're pushing someone down.
Yeah.
Like you're getting good.
Well, this is one thing I always say is like people that sit on the couch and eat chips and shit all the time, and they're just.
Where do you eat your chips?
They're breaking everyone. I stand while I eat chips.
The steak?
Yeah.
Don't even make it to the dead.
No, they're breaking everyone else down. But it's like you ever run into these people? It's like one day I'm gonna be walking down the street and some Hollywood producer's just gonna see me and then I'm gonna go to Hollywood. Like you will run into people that like that's their like life plan, or they're gonna win the lottery.
Yeah.
And it's like. And in the meantime, they're sitting on the fucking couch.
They'll trip over success. And then here it is.
And in the meantime, they'll sit on the couch for fucking 60 years.
Or they think they're entitled to it, so someone's going to bring it to them.
No doubt.
And that guy doesn't deserve it, because if he did, surely fucking, what's a fucking producer? Or surely Steven Spielberg would have seen me walking down the street, and I would have been there.
Yeah. If Jack Black could be an actor.
But like that's people's mentality. It's like so that's why it's a human factor where they want to tear people down.
Yeah.
People that are in public are doing like I'm not doing anything like you, but even at the gun range, it's like they don't like something that I do. They get on Facebook and it's like 100 comments like, yeah, fuck them, man.
Yeah.
Hey, let's all give them 1 star.
But like inherently, people are haters. Nobody likes to see somebody doing better than
and it takes a real man or somebody that's self-aware or wise to say, hey, not only do I respect that, but hey, man. maybe you'll send a little message or maybe say, hey man, I wish we could collaborate on something. I wish the gun range could collaborate with the chiropractor somehow.
Yeah. How does that work?
But in the
figure out a way. That's what
we can figure out a way.
We can figure out a way, discounts for everybody at the gun range.
Yeah.
But that's business. I love that shit. I love that shit.
And even a lot of businessmen are still insular and haters. Even in business.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No doubt.
What do you get from that?
I kicked this guy to the curb last week, and he was the CEO of a $60 million company, and I did not jive with him. We couldn't see eye to eye, and I was like, I do not want this relationship. I'm sorry, man. Peace. Egos.
You broke up with him?
Broke up with him before we even got on the first date.
And he was supposed to be the guy to break up.
Yeah, and he was the guy that was supposed to break up.
He was the one that was supposed to fucking.
But I'm real protective of our community in terms of who's coming in here trying to rape us. And I grew up here. You grew up here. Right. I don't know if y'all.
We don't know where Chris fucking grew up.
But I'm proud. I went to Birmingham.
I was in the sewer with my 4 brothers as a goof us and a rat and raised us. And we're all ninjas now and shit. And of course I got stuck with purple.
Yeah.
So you're the rat.
Yeah, I'm the rat. I'll take
the sewer rat from Odessa.
Yeah.
But
we got a vast sewer system.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's gonna be more and more people coming in here into this community like that.
And we gotta have, right now we got the Marriott, the water plant can fucking wait. Okay, no.
We don't need water.
Right.
We don't need water.
But on the cool, all that has to happen, and we really do have the money to do it. And it's kind of, and even that goes back to the hospitals. It's like, do you want the helicopter?
Dude, money doesn't do anything if it sits in your bank. You have to spend it. And the mentality of the community is save. What are you gonna? They're printing the shit. And then just print it.
If you want to turn that money into revenue,
there you go.
You can't just build a 7-Eleven building and then not furnish it or put products in it and have staff there. All that also costs money.
Yeah.
Odessans need their Takis. They get that money.
Yeah, going. No doubt. There's
I see these MCH, and one thing that people would say is like, oh, all these MCH care facilities are all empty and shit. And it's like, actually, I was driving. Well, the one out west kind of is empty because those people probably just
they could do so much better.
Do a tourniquet on their arm and shit, put some whiskey on it and shit. All right,
but make sure you wear your mask.
No, they rub some crack into it and shit. No, I'm kidding. We love West Odessa.
we just don't
that one's a little bit, but like the one on Fadri, full.
Yeah.
And the one by Permian, full.
Yeah.
So of course those are generating revenue.
Yep.
And it costs money to make money.
Sure does.
Period.
They need to
poor people that sit on the internet and fucking, that's not conservative. All fucking day.
Yeah.
Don't understand that it costs money to make money, dude. And and you might not see a return immediately.
Yep.
And that's hard for some people to have that patience to wait for that.
And I think that's why I got voted off.
Or the vision.
Yeah. I got voted off the board probably for that reason.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because I want the hospital to invest, and they have to have money to invest. And there was the tax rate. It was the tax rate thing. So the taxes
0.001 of 1 penny.
Correct. And people flip their shit.
That's not
15 cents. To go to our healthcare system, this is in the middle of COVID when the hospital is completely empty, and no docs, and you're not generating any revenue. So, hell yeah, if this is an opportunity to get the tax rate maxed out where it was just another 2 pennies more or something, then I thought...
Which is not noticeable to anybody.
So I thought, okay, let's do it. And because it's our only opportunity to better finance our healthcare system at that time, and to make sure that it was solvent and continue to.
Well, serve. And I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say the hard stuff that needs to be said right here that I've said to you privately. But that whole thing started with we got the benefits for the retirees, right?
Yeah.
So let me do the dirty, heavy lifting right here, okay? You're talking about golden parachutes. You're talking about grandma's third cousin gets to go every time they got a cold, and she gets golden parachute cancer treatment. Okay? I didn't agree to that.
Right.
So just because some Democrat cronies 50 years ago signed up for this shit. Hey guys, don't worry, man. We'll get your whole family for the fucking infinity on this fucking golden best healthcare, fucking pension, everything. Like, that's cronyism. That's Democrat shit, dude. And we're supposed to sit here and defend that because we're conservatives, man. We honor our fucking deal. And it's like, if your deal is making the hospital insolvent, then renegotiate the fucking deal, okay? Like, what would Donald Trump do? But here we are. Here is our conservative community fighting for a Democrat crony position. Mm-hmm. And I told them that. And I said, you expect me to fight for this shit? For these people to have a golden parachute and all their cousins and all their dogs and all their fucking plants, and my kids don't even have insurance?
Hey, fuck you. Plants need their insurance.
And chlorophyll. Chlorophyll injections.
What's your copay for that? I don't know.
So my kids don't even have insurance, and I'm supposed to be Mr. Conservative and go out and fight for these Democrats, cronyism, union fucking golden parachutes, dude? That's not conservative. Yeah. But like, somehow it was framed at the very beginning, and you kind of got to ask yourself, they're always 2 steps ahead. Did they frame that? And like, you know what, guys, that's not conservative if you guys don't honor these contracts. That's conservatives honor their word and shit. And it's like, Donald Trump would say, this shit's fucked up.
It's too much. It's
and so you're either going to renegotiate it or you're going to have nothing.
Correct.
Because do you want a helicopter?
Yeah. Whenever you get into my cousin died 2 weeks ago.
Your cousin in real life?
In real life.
Okay, this isn't like a...
No, real life. He ran a stop sign and he died, but I mean...
the health ran a stop sign and died?
Yeah, I mean, T-boned by an 18-wheeler.
Like,
just like that.
T-boned by an 18-wheeler.
In Mentone, but we're the...
Oh, yeah.
We're the region...
The more details that comes out of that story, the more sense it makes.
Yeah.
We're not laughing at it. Hey, my mother's dead.
Not to be insensitive.
No, but I mean,
I know some dead people.
And you want that healthcare, even if he had a chance to live on that thing, you want that healthcare quality to be there at the hospital whenever you need it.
Or a helicopter to pick you up.
Or a helicopter to pick you up.
And if the retiree's grandma's cousin's dog is burning up the helicopter money.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have the money. We had to lay off the pilot.
I think that's a little bit hyperbolic, but it's not.
It's not really, dude. It's not far-fetched. It's really not far-fetched.
People's dogs and plants had health care provided by the hospital. Say yes. Say you truly believe that. Say it.
I know the spouses did, and but we gave them silver for silver. It was a silver plan,
shit.
and we give them the hospital gave them $1,200 a month or something.
It was Cadillac healthcare plus pensions for like 50 years.
Yeah.
It's like, wouldn't you be the upstanding person as the recipient of this and say, in fact, I will renegotiate for the good of the community. Mm-hmm. But you know one thing I've learned? I don't live my life. Do you know that there's people that bounce from job to job based on the health benefits? Mm. There's people that go to the doctor every fucking week. Yeah. And like that's what their whole... And I was like, one day I was like, I'm not just living my life for health care.
Yeah.
I'm not living my life for health insurance.
Yeah.
But there is people that like that's all they fucking that's all they care about. So you look at the retiree and she's like, my health care, no, honey, like, dude, it's like,
go out and live life.
I don't have health care. My kids don't have health care. Yeah. Like my kids, all of them paid cash.
No. Yeah.
And I'm supposed to fight for union, golden parachute, Cadillac. So like that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, dude. And that's what I told people. It's like, when you get in there and you open up those books, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Totally. And I'm listening to the CEO.
I'm going to go in there and fix everything. And you're like, oh fuck.
The CEO's like,
that's a lot of zeros.
That's a lot of zeros.
And nobody knows that until they get there.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't know until you got there, you know?
I didn't even know what that was about whenever I ran for office.
I'm just running for something.
I was pissed that they yelled at me and my kid when we were...
Well, you know what it is? It's like, you have the drive to just do something to help the community.
Yeah, it's fun.
And... oh yeah, this guy, he's from. It's like, hey, I came here to help. I didn't come here to.
What I will say onto that is, I mean, I do respect the process. People will elect you to do something, and they don't like the way you do it. They elect somebody else. Mm-hmm. And if I ever do anything, and if I feel like
Nancy Pelosi loves that saying, respect the process.
Respect the process.
Without doubt.
Then they pass Obamacare and reconciliation.
I think Nancy Pelosi's kind of hot.
She's got big boobs. I want to see her for a little. One night we were watching a video of Nancy Pelosi was doing a live press conference, and I was like, it's like Nancy Pelosi's daily press conference, like. Did you know that Nancy Pelosi's daily press conference? And she's saying the dumbest shit.
I was like, she just like says where she.
I was like, I kind of want to see her. I want to see her boobs. But the funniest thing is she's like trying to. This is when they were doing the election fraud. they were setting up the election fraud, so they wanted more money for the post office so they could do more fraud. And she's like, come on, people. When you think of America, what do you think of? Baseball, apple pie, and the mailman. And I was like, the mailman? Baseball, apple pie, and the mailman. And it's like, come on, people, come on. They're like, come on, just dude, the mailman.
Come on, give me
something. Where's my fucking package, dude? What the fuck? Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of the fucking mailman.
I put my hand over my heart and look at the flag. You know?
Yeah, no, the mailman.
I say the
shitty ass
in the movie.
I think of the shitty ass postal service thing that doesn't have my fucking package that I
little monkey.
Yeah, that fucking mailman better fucking
little single stroke
that's
engine.
America right there, man. You know?
Right.
So they need 20 billion more.
So to wrap that up, yes, Nancy Pelosi has nice tits.
So they can steal the election. Well, in theory.
They look good from the outside. She's all slim.
She's all Botox.
Yeah.
She probably looks like a Barbie doll except for her face. Probably.
How old is Nancy Pelosi?
842 this year.
Like 68, 69, 70.
Nah, I think she's older than that, brother.
Don't we have someone that looks shit up?
No, we have a limited team nowadays.
Extremely limited. So we got the plant out there, and that's going to be providing lots of opportunities.
3,500 jobs, 7 years of production,
Billions of dollars.
billions of dollars,
Like billions of dollars. The facility is billions of dollars of construction.
of construction and production. $8 billion of construction.
Not bad.
Sounds like something the city would approve.
Yeah,
$8 billion. We need a.
But the water plant's still going to fucking. The citizens will not vote for the water plant.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You gotta spend the money.
Yeah, they're doing backroom deals and shit.
Well, dude, it's just the amounts, and then the way that there's like no transparency, and they're just like 100 million. Like what?
Yeah, that was.
Where'd that come from? Where'd you get the number?
Where'd you get that number? Can we see, please?
We're the peak of industry on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And if this
information
Fluid
is right here.
dynamics and shit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the Permian Basin itself, like you're saying, is like our technology filters out to the rest of the oil field and to the like. This is the cutting edge here.
It is.
Saudi Arabia is not the cutting edge, dude.
No.
They get our shit.
Yeah.
You know. Nobody does what we do here.
Correct.
And so you're telling me our fluid dynamics guys and our frac guys couldn't look at the plans for the water plant?
So they ship in this company from Austin, and they spent $1 million just engineering.
They
this
shipped
place.
in the people.
Yeah, they shipped them in
on a cargo plane.
Yes, on
yeah,
cargo
they dropped them in, parachuted them in, like, all right, y'all
Yeah,
figure
like
this
a
shit
Jeep
out.
down on a parachute.
They landed at UTPB.
Yeah, so they took the proper form with the tuck and roll. I liked it, and then they spent $11 million. I think it's $14 million.
Maybe billion.
Just engineering the thing, and then the
She's
first 81, and it's like, yeah, I told you.
Nancy Pelosi's 81.
Yeah, she's infinity.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Walking Dead.
Apple pie, baseball, and the mailman.
And then it's like, if I had paid an engineering company $11 million or $14 million to engineer something, I
The whole job
already fucked up.
and another Marriott should have been built also.
Yeah. And it's like,
For
dude,
the plants.
I've been oil and gas my whole life, and I've built tremendous oil and gas.
The plans could have built
Process
another Marriott.
centers
Hey, the
for
plans,
$14 million.
The plans for the plants could have built another Marriott.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
The paper for the fucking could have built another fucking.
And then it's the engineers that are quoting the price. It's like,
And then when it's talking about, Ben has a building over on Second Street over there, so the fucking plans are fucking.
he has a ghost building, so obviously
Could have
it's
built
been.
fucking. We could have built Ranger Stadium and shit with the fucking plans.
Yeah, and they're not even done. They weren't even
These
done.
people are fucking stupid.
But yeah, that's a.
So that's going on, and then the chamber. Tell us about the chamber because I see you guys on Facebook today. You're doing something at your house this morning.
Yeah, last night. Yeah, we had a
Well, it was
little-
posted this morning, so I was like, dude,
yeah.
I was like, this guy's everywhere.
That's
In his
the point.
house, of all places.
I was like, and he was wearing something different. What? Like, how many times you changed clothes a day,
No
dude?
doubt. I mean, that's where I think that the opportunity is for that Hispanic chamber. You know, it's a good networking ability for everybody. You can go in there and meet the guys. I shook the guy's hand that's developing this plant. Hal, an $8 billion handshake, man. That's cool. You don't know where that's going to lead.
What is
Hey,
Right? How to feel like money, baby.
I never watched this.
I never watched it since.
We'll
Yeah,
hide in the trunk and then get us out and we'll shake his hand.
right.
We're like, we got a podcast, man.
Hey, can I ask a question? This might be a dumb question.
Go ahead.
What exactly does the Chamber of Commerce do?
It does. It provides resources for entrepreneurs, if you want to scale your business, if you want PPP cash, if you want to file do profit and loss statements, financial literacy will provide how you can take you to the bank,
like, hey, here's
get
how
you loanable so you can scale your business.
Like someone can come to you and say,
business plan.
help me with my business plan. You guys will just do that.
Come to our
only if
mixers.
they're brown because it's a Hispanic chamber, right?
Well, no, you can join. I'm part of the black chamber.
Just as smart as white.
I'm part of the black
Well, I
chamber.
thought you were half black.
But you go and shake those hands, man. Shake those hands. I met a black attorney the other day who's moving into the market, and it's like, hey, where's that relationship gonna go? I don't know, but I mean, it's in my pocket. You know,
I always
that's what the chamber does.
Cuss out Malcolm Hamilton.
So it just kind of links people up.
It links people up, you know, through our culture. For the Hispanic side, it's going to be the through the culture, right? Through the menudo, through the tortillas, through the tamales, all of the way that we were raised. We're entrepreneurs too. We're doctors. We're real estate
You're too
investors.
light-skinned to say things like that.
I know, right?
I know, man. You gotta be careful.
And his last name is Gonzalez.
Right?
Look at him.
Yeah, I'm super light skinned, dude.
But you know, that's the kind of what we try to do that.
Nah, I know.
with
I
Hispanic chamber.
don't talk Mexican at all.
But you know, there are kids that do, like the group that I was at my house yesterday. I mean, they're all like first generation Hispanics or something. They have dreams, aspirations, and stuff too, and they don't know how to do that. I mean, shit. I'm still learning. I'm still learning on how to do financials and things like that.
Did you stumble on success?
Oh yeah,
What you're talking about?
I just landed
trip over
here.
it?
I just landed
Fell
here.
face first and big puzzle of it?
Yeah.
People think that's how it's going to be, dude.
Yeah. I opened offices in Texas, New Mexico. I have an imaging center. I have the real estate.
They're talking shit about New Mexico.
And what people don't understand is for the success, there's pain.
Yep.
And suffering and sacrifice. And when you're sitting on the couch eating chips, getting a paycheck, and the company's paying your taxes, and like it's just so cake, dude. And like all that's fucking paid for by a company, and you don't have to pay. You don't have to worry about nobody's doing this for me. Yeah. I have to do it.
But if I threaten
I have all these people.
Yeah.
But nobody understands that when they see people that are successful, they just think something must be wrong. Fraud, cronyism. We need to fire him too. Let's get them out of there.
No doubt.
One star.
I put
That's my business.
this CEO search committee together to find the new CEO for the Hispanic Chamber, and it was,
I'll be the CEO. Swear me in.
I'll be the CEO.
Swear me in right now.
Hey, what's your name ever get sworn in?
I guess so.
You could still be the guy.
I could still even be on the board.
You might not even know.
Do a trial by combat, bro.
Yeah, let's go walk into
this fight.
See if my badge still works and stuff.
They're like, I guess I'm still.
Everybody just fist fight whoever.
Just show up to the board meeting and sit on the dais.
No, you still have an inbox and all these papers are stacked up and shit. Like, all right, sign this. Okay.
Exactly. Excuse me.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Did you ever get an update on that?
Right? I don't know.
I never heard anything.
Yeah, no, I hear she's made it to a couple meetings.
I'm sure she's doing great.
Yeah. No, I think
She's a lovely woman.
Yeah, I'm
Probably
sure.
makes badass cornbread.
Oh, for sure. But I think the hospital board needed that type of vision and that type of energy.
It did.
Now it stagnates again.
And if the climate is this stupid conservative, dumbass, all this shit, and it's like I told you at the time, the best thing for you to do is run away from that shit, because nobody is gonna fucking fix that shit.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
And then when you really don't have the helicopter,
right? Yep. Well,
it's not gonna be conservative values anymore. It's gonna be like, hey, my brother died out on the fucking road because dumbasses laid off the fucking pilot.
Yep. Yep.
It does come to that. It does come to that.
Sure does.
You know what I'm saying?
Does. It sure does.
I only think we should keep the helicopter if we paint it purple and put spinner rims on it.
No, 80s paint.
With the
Dude.
big neat,
what was
big
that?
till.
No, we need
with,
what was that old TV show with the helicopter Thunder? Airwolf. Dude, we need Airwolf.
Thunder was the boat in Hawaii.
Thunder was the boat in Hawaii.
Thunder in Paradise was
Thunder in okay.
That was like
Airwolf.
Yeah, no, it was one.
That was on PBS.
Yeah.
That's what we need, man.
All Chris had was PBS on Saturday morning.
I watched a lot of
We're watching Airwolf. He's watching PBS.
I watched a lot of
Bob Ross.
Well into my 30s.
But you're doing mini events and things, and keeping it really fresh, and again active. Like I said.
I'll do this thing on Thursday. Y'all gotta come. It's gonna be so cool. It is so cool. So we picked 4 members in the community to relearn learn like the classic ballet
be a
folkloric. Come on, man.
I'll be a member of the
Let's
community.
do it.
No.
I'll put you on stage.
Like, you are a member of the community. Okay. Go ahead. Explain. Tell us all about it.
So it's a fundraiser, but they're going to dance ballet folklorico. So they partnered with UTPB to learn these classic ballet folklorico dances and stuff, and they're going to just raise money for the chamber because that bullshit article from the Odessa American yesterday about
they're on that shit.
the future of
their building is leveled. Okay.
yeah, and their building is leveled.
They can shut right the hell up. Dude.
Yeah. The future of our chamber is unclear.
They're working from home and shit. Like,
You can't kill the passion of their culture, you just can't do that. So I mean, I was on some rocky ground a couple weeks ago with our CEO leaving, but I throughout the week, yeah, for sure. But then,
you know where he lives?
no, I don't but I talked to people around the community and got the support that I think that we needed for to keep the fuel in the tank for the chamber. So
Of course, dude.
You got to keep
and when you have bad PR.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that like the chamber, but it was just kind of like, and unfortunately, and like you said, hey, you give guy a try, or like, hey, like I don't check people's resume that come work for me. I mean,
look at the workforce in your community.
Like, hey,
it's
man,
tough.
come on,
It's
you
tough.
do it. Okay, have you ever held a gun before? Okay, you're hired.
Yeah, that's
the same interview for the chamber.
That was it. And he said,
Yeah, have you ever held a gun before? Okay, Hispanic chamber. You're
You're the one.
You're a CFO.
You're the CFO, man. And the workforce, it's hard to find quality and recruit here into Odessa.
And
what's there to do?
You these listeners that sit on the couch and eat chips and fucking post conservative values on Facebook all day would be surprised to know how many businesses are like, all right, man, this looks good, and you seem okay, so I trust you, and come on. And until I have a reason, I have people that steal from me. I have people that steal from me at the gun range, like, and I probably would have never found them in the resume anyway. Now maybe there's something on this guy, whatever,
Yeah.
Hey, all I had to do was go and fucking,
Yeah, Google
whatever.
search that.
Like, dude.
But they don't sit in this boardroom and talk
Are they
face to
running
face.
They're fucking sharing people's dogs on pet spotters. That's what they're fucking doing. You know what I'm saying? They're running a pet
That's
spotter.
an important service for the
They're
community.
running a pet spotters page.
I wonder,
Okay?
yeah.
Hey, what's on your resume? Well, I run a pet spotters page with 27 members.
And I share QAnon posts with no likes.
And so so. Of course, you get the bad flack from that, and of course, you have to come out swinging after that.
Yeah.
But you were swinging before that.
No, sure.
You were swinging before that.
Always, yeah.
Bada boom, bada bing. And hey, when you're out and active, things happen. When you're driving your car on the road, you can get in a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you tell us what happened with that other CEO? Like, can you get into
It
detail?
wasn't a CEO, or was he CEO?
Yeah, he was.
I'll be the new CEO.
He had, I guess. I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna say dollar amounts or anything, but he had put, I guess, our account linked it to his Samsung Pay account, and there's
his.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can't do that? I can't pay my bills?
I had an employee one time.
Show me in writing.
I had an employee one time link the Square account to his, so my deposits went to his bank account.
Wow.
Well, did I see that? Did I see that coming? No, dude.
Fortunately, we see it was just to the he had access to just the bank account, not the way that you were set up.
Swipe it, boom,
and it goes to his account.
Yeah.
We've been.
But he was like a co-sign, not co-sign.
Well, he was using it for personal expenses or something. And,
this is all work related.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about work right now, and I need this.
And we've tried really hard for 3 years to rebuild the reputation of that thing. So
because before that was something else.
That was before that was something. It's always fucking something. You know.
You know what? And here you are.
Trying to do the good thing.
He didn't take care of those retirees, man.
He didn't listen to us when we told him not to hire the CEO.
Yeah.
Dude, where were you at the at the boardroom? Where were you whenever we were making those decisions?
They're sharing lost pets.
What happened? How that was agreed on?
How was his employer?
Because surely everyone did know about his background.
Yeah, so we have 8 members of the
I
board.
wouldn't say surely.
Well, we all interviewed him. He wanted to start participating with the board of directors at the chamber, so he was on the board for a year, and then we just got to know him as a board member, and then
a participant,
somebody
enthusiastic,
and showed up to the meetings.
And we just
half the battle.
an enthusiastic person.
All right, and then,
it's like, hey man, this guy's putting in some effort and stuff.
Absolutely,
so, hey,
absolutely, and we got funded by the ODC, $50,000. So all right,
where was ODC's background check?
Right. Well, there's that too.
Why is this guy not even? Why is he not in prison right now? Anyway,
you can finger point to so many people. They like to finger point to me because I'm
President Biden.
But I mean, it's okay. I mean,
why has he got people on the streets like that?
Yeah. But when we found out, we said, "All right, get out. You're out. We can't."
But he did come in with a prior of the same thing, right?
It was kind of unclear what it was. Yeah, like he said it was just some parking tickets. But I guess it was real similar to what it is that he did with us here too. So I mean, but everybody deserves a second chance, and then what you do with it, that's up to you. But he's out there,
and you didn't even know you were giving him a second chance.
I didn't,
but you did give him a second chance, and he fucked it up.
Yeah,
and so come to find out, that was your second chance, buddy. So
but we're not sitting there hiding it. We're not sitting there saying, I don't get paid for that shit.
And because you've made yourself a public figure, you will be a target. And these people eating chips, posted on the fucking internet all day, will say, "Oh, I've heard that name. Oh yeah, that's that guy from there. Oh yeah. So like, even though you did the right thing, and people, like I said, people don't understand the business world. It's like, hey man, you're helping out. You're here. You're doing like we're even paying you right now, man. But like you're over here doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Okay.
Sure.
That's just you roll with it. Like CEOs at like Fortune 500 companies operate the same way. Dude. Like, hey man, this guy's good. Turns out his fucking diploma's all printed off in the fucking degree.
It happens, man.
It happens all the time, dude.
All the time.
And people that sit on the couch and eat chips and post fucking comments don't even know the first thing about how like.
Well, it takes risk.
People that get shit done.
Yeah.
Don't just go to the fucking internet and they're not all going to like because those people's life experience is I'm gonna go to Sonic and put in my resume.
I want to own Sonic. I come from the mindset I want to own the whole.
Hey, Sonic actually has a really good business model.
They
make a lot of money. You think it's a crappy little business, and they make a lot of money.
I like Sonic.
Sonic was buying up a bunch of other restaurants too that you would think were bigger restaurant chains.
They motivate people to start doing stuff like that. That's what the chamber's for.
But all the haters they have no concept because their experience with the business world is,
and it's our responsibility to kind of take care of them too and see past their
lift them up.
You have to. I mean, because you just, you're in this never-ending fight, and you can't do it emotionally.
You eventually lose that good faith and that goodwill when they're hateful. That's like, dude.
Yeah.
So those people, like, dude, you're poor. I don't have any reason to listen to you. You're poor. You're on the couch eating chips, doing nothing. What have you done? Are you providing Hispanic business owners, or are you providing? What have you done? Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What have you done besides beat down? You haven't lifted up, or made tough decisions, or taken risks.
Yeah. Sign your name on the dotted line, man. Yeah. Take accountability.
I'm real plugged in with the politosphere, I should say.
And he has 2.1 black friends.
I have 2.3 now. So, and I probably got to the point where I'm telling people, if you're not going to do anything, I don't care what your opinion is. Like, I have, we have this following on Facebook. We have like, our dedicated listeners and our dedicated friends and our commenters online.
3.7 black people are following.
They'll say stuff like, and all this stuff, and don't throw all these. All this stuff, and it's like if you're not even going to go to the ballot, if you're not going to vote, if you're not going to do anything, I don't care about your opinion. Save it. Like I don't care your opinion. You're not doing nothing.
Yep. The one thing that you can do,
if you think you're doing something by just bitching online, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, so and that's where the opportunity lies, I think, for the entrepreneurs in the community is, get out. There's not a lot of people out there doing it, so get out there and do it, man.
And you know what?
Pull the trigger.
They think it's impossible. I can't do it, or it's fraud.
Yeah,
it's cronyism. Ben Kiro, there's no way. There's no way. It must be fraud. It must be cronyism. And it's like, if you would get off your fucking ass and do some shit, you would be surprised. Like I'll tell everybody, I'll never be poor because I'll sell sandwiches door to door.
Like
I'll grow mushrooms. No.
I got denied loans. I got denied loans. And then I got approved.
Found the right fraudster.
And then I got approved. JK, right? No, but I mean, it's through those relationships.
That's what it's just, it's up on your left.
Get to the OA.
If you ain't gonna go for it, then
Yeah, you got to go for it. Put in those applications, sign the name on the dotted line.
No, man, someday Steven Spielberg's gonna see me walking down the sidewalk, man.
My life is gonna be totally
you
different.
handsome guy. I want you to star in all my movies.
You know what, man? You got to look
We'll
right
give you
there,
a down
bro.
payment of $20 million.
I got $1 million MRI machine y'all guys just saw right there.
Yeah,
the tickle machine.
The tickle machine, man.
tickle machine.
I mean, don't tell me I'm not committed.
Dude,
I'm pushing forward.
And people don't know what that kind of now to people like you, and I'm not gonna say me because I'm not like in the same realm of like investing money into my business, but I do invest money into my business, and that money comes from somewhere, and that burden is over your head. And somebody's got to fucking pay for it because we're not bums. We're not bums.
Are you telling me your poor ass doesn't have $1 million MRI tickle?
No. I do have one at the gutter.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
Runs on solar.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
And wind.
It's a queen.
Yeah. But what I have that he doesn't have is a lazy river going around. So if I'm going to gun range recently, come check it out. Man, we got a lazy river going on.
There are a lot of hallways. You could convert them to a lazy river.
Just have people floating around.
Quick way to get around this place.
Yeah. So I mean,
see, I got your beat right there, man.
And I look forward to doing some more projects, and keeping on doing those things.
Yeah, maybe a lazy river.
Maybe the lazy river's next.
Like the loop, and then like a small loop.
That's therapeutic.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked with Matt here about the apartments that I want to build across the street from the hospital. I purchased that property. I didn't get the property given to me.
Right.
I took
Center Hospital didn't throw the deed out the window while they were driving down the street.
Yeah, and then I happened to pick it up. No, I invested in it.
This is how people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's important to hammer this shit in. Man. It's like this is.
But it's across the street from the hospital because I saw fraud, right? Yeah. That's what they're gonna say or something.
And that's what I was saying. It's like so if me and you do something and invest in it together, I'm doing fraud now. I'm cronyism. Like I don't know anybody at the fucking hospital, dude. So now I'm a crony.
But I saw an investment opportunity, and that's what you just do.
The only thing you can do to combat it is just be transparent about everything. You know what I mean? And you've been pretty transparent about everything.
Yeah. But you don't have to be, dude. You don't have to.
When you're a public figure, not only public figure, but an elected official, or if you're a chair of the board,
you don't have to be, though,
you're a chair. You got to be.
Like they got mad at him one time for saying like, "Oh, you voted this way or this way or that," and he's like, I don't know what your exact words were. It was like, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to, because maybe you're flustered and you're not overworked, but like, Donald Trump would say the same thing. Like the media. Why did he do this? Why did he do this? It's like I don't have to explain.
Because
I voted for you. You were elected to make hard decisions.
Sorry, not this. Donald Trump doesn't do the dumb thing. He does the okay side.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Listen. I know it.
But we elect these people to make hard decisions.
Yeah.
And they don't have to explain every hard decision because that's my job. I don't have to explain to you. Yeah. I don't have to explain to you.
But you could take that stance. But if you take that stance of elected official, people might vote you out.
They're going to vote you out. Yeah. Well, I lost by 80 votes.
Well, I lost by 80 votes. And it's so silly here in this. Like I said, it was. All these grassroots conservatives were tricked into thinking, hey, you better support those. It's like that. I seriously lined them out and was like, that is a Democrat union position. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what you people are fighting for right now. Mm-hmm. That's not fucking. What's conservative is to how do we keep this hospital solvent and how do we make a deal with these people? And if they're not going to come to the table, just like Donald Trump would tell the unions, hey, pound sand, dude.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to keep
take your union money and your union back.
We're trying to keep a hospital
get out of New York.
Functions for the community. Yeah. So is your grandma and grandpa and cousins and aunts and uncles and your whole golden parachute more important than the helicopter?
I think Matt's more hung up on this than you are.
I'm just trying to put it to bed that and for any of the people that are listening, because they will be, and it's like, look, is your aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews? My kids don't have health care. My kids don't have a golden parachute. My kids don't have shit, and I'm supposed to care that you want to bankrupt the hospital so we don't get a helicopter so that you
So first of all, no one's dog is on the healthcare. But secondly,
Or chlorophyll.
if you actually got to see how expensive that was, how much of a chunk of change was that?
For the hospital to operate,
or the benefits.
So the hospital's operating budget annual is like $280 to $300 million.
And that's public information anyway.
This is
Quit shushing me.
But so you got $300 million that we're responsible for on that board, and most of that's going to payrolls, most of that's going to operations, and then. But you're asking about the retiree thing.
Yeah.
So those people were on a self-insured plan, like what Matt was saying. Matt didn't have insurance, so they were given this plan that the hospital was self-insured. So as these people started to age, they started to have heart attacks, and they started to be
Old people
stuff.
It's called the actuary.
Right? And then so now the hospital is on the hook here for now. If you have 5 people with a heart attack in the same year or something, and you get like I don't know,
more than $1 million.
Oh yeah,
Or
millions of dollars.
And then the sons and daughters now.
And then the dogs and the plants.
No, listen.
How many plants heart attacks did y'all have at the hospital?
But listen though.
Know of 2.
The people that were originally there are now 80, and their children are now 50 or 60.
Yep.
And they're having heart attacks too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So with the hospital,
Plus the 2 plant heart
And their
attacks.
children are having babies.
the strategy though is to get these guys to Medicare. Kind of get them to Medicare age, and then so what the hospital finally decided was they're going to supplement. They're going to take them off of our insurance plan, just this one certain group of people, so that are aging it.
For healthcare.
And they gave them cash. They said, "Okay, hey man, go buy the same thing on the open market. Here's the money until you're 65. I'm gonna give you every month. I'm gonna give you $1,200 every month until you're 65 every month, so that whenever y'all do have those old people issues, then we're not gonna collapse. And because $5 million on a safety net hospital, we're seeing all these people for free anyway, coming using the ER like it's a
Doctor's office.
like for their wellness care and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna keep on coming from El Paso. They're just gonna keep on coming as this whole economy continues to grow. The healthcare demands are going to be increased. Everybody, we're a hub. We're a hub city. So you got to have a good healthcare system. Pile.
It goes all the way past Bacon.
Yep. Even from Alpine and Terlingua and all that stuff goes out here. Terlingua.
Right up to Mexico.
Right up to Mexico, and we're going to be right in the middle of all that. So I'm proud of the work that I did there at the hospital.
I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of you.
Hey.
But again, how expensive was that?
To keep them on the plan?
Yeah. That would be a make or break type thing.
What's the unfunded liabilities type deal? I think is what he's asking.
I think annually it was. I have to go back and look. I think it was like $2 million a year annually to keep them on our plan. But it was the self-insured part. I think that whenever the last CEO, his name was J. Michael Stevens, had a heart attack.
That's a rock star name.
I'm looking for a new name. I'm always looking for the right one.
And he was the one that implemented the plan. I mean, he told this group of people. He was the CEO at the time, and he told that group of people, "Hey, this might change sometime in the future. It's in the minutes. It's in the minutes. I mean, it says. I mean, if it said, "Hey, this will never change. Here it is. That you're afforded this forever." Okay, cool. Then we stick to that. But in the minutes, it says this may change in the future or be modified because the hospital cannot maintain this level of
They should have struck the deal.
The hospital cannot maintain this Cadillac.
If they were aware of how
1991.
Yeah,
They knew what they were doing. That's the thing. That's the thing that is like they knew what they were doing. Cadillac.
Yeah.
Basically,
if they did,
basically golden
if
parachute.
they did, they would have worded it. It would have been in the minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, this might change.
Yeah, it was in the minutes.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
But they knew. But we're gonna ride that train until it fucking.
Yeah.
They
So I thought it was fair. I thought the compromise was fair. But I didn't get a favorable public response from it. But I thought it was.
Conservative. I think we should just euthanize the old. I mean, that would have been the problem.
That's what COVID is.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what COVID's doing.
Another classic Barack Obama quote.
That's cool.
Another classic
COVID.
Barack Obama quote. So my mom is 90 and she needs to get her hip replaced and he's like, and Barack Obama says to her, maybe she'd be better off just taking a pain pill. Like that's literally on the internet. Like, he literally says that to her, like maybe just take a pill.
That's right.
Like that's the name of the YouTube video. It's like Barack Obama - just take a pill.
Yeah.
Hey,
trying to have Canadian style healthcare.
just take a pill.
And I love it when Canadians try to talk bad about the U.S. I'm like, excuse me, your net worth is
Your personal.
$12 American, bro,
No doubt.
and you're on the good side of things.
Yeah.
Your hospital, like, have you ever seen like hospitals? Not like in the major cities and stuff. So
He's had COVID in Mexico, bro.
so hospitals in Canada, clinics are the same as they are in Mexico. They're just as nasty, just as poor, just as crappy.
Yeah, there's somebody shooting up in the fucking.
I mean,
in
you
the
can
corner of
shoot,
the
shoot
fucking
up,
hallway
you
and
can
shit.
OD at something, they'll go there and
Yeah,
they'll
that's
keep
why
you
they're
alive.
That's why they're shooting up there.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Being in Albuquerque, I went to Albuquerque one time.
Oh,
Worse than,
fuck, dude.
Wow.
worse than old Mexico.
Wow.
There is people shooting up in Albuquerque.
Oh, man, that's-
Albuquerque's worse than actual Mexico.
Yeah. We're lucky to have what we have over here with Albuquerque. Got some
Let's
problems.
see about wrapping this up.
Yeah.
But let's on the chamber.
Sure.
Okay, you have this great facility here with 3 businesses in it.
Yeah.
Right? 2 to 3.
3.
2.7.
Yeah,
Four, actually.
We walked through like 8
4.
lobbies.
You got 4 businesses. So line out those 4 businesses real fast. What do they do? And then I know you got, besides the dancing, you've got other things in the future on the chamber, right?
Breakdance competition.
Or am I jumping ahead?
Well, just no, I mean,
Because you're always doing things.
yeah.
And like you said, you guys will help people with their business plan, possibly even funding.
Sure. Well,
You know?
hey man, we have the bankers on our board. I've done deals with the banks.
Cronyism.
Y'all are replenishing that account that guy wiped out?
We're
That didn't happen. Well,
working on it.
yeah,
you know?
no.
So it's constant.
I should have.
Yeah,
Cut the
no,
last 10 seconds,
I'm
please.
gonna make it louder.
No. So, what do you got going on here in this building?
I have my administration. We call it Parliament Staffing. They're my billing collection service that we run. We have Nova Medical, who is a occupational medical group that leases
Come
out
get your
space.
physical or drug tests and stuff.
Yep,
Is that what that is?
yep.
Yeah, before jobs. So you got
That's it.
That's fucking.
That's it. And then we have Permian Imaging, which is the MRI imaging facility. And I have Dr. Karen Dickerson, pain specialist, offices out of here and does workers' comp rehab.
Yeah.
So those are the 4
And you want those things, and you want you what's really I just realized is that you got all your occupational and business oriented.
Yeah.
You got occupational, you got the
medicine
deal and the
based
workers' comp
plaza.
deal and all that. Yeah. So
medical
like,
plaza.
Yeah. And it's all, you're really not treating, I mean, I'm sure you are treating like walk-in patients or whatever, but it's better to work with businesses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
And then I have my chiropractic clinic that's
Of
over
course.
there in off of 42nd and Bonham by Permian, and I've been there for 15 years. I bought that from Bob Hollander.
Got him out of the way.
And then I opened up in
Forced him
Albuquerque.
into retirement.
Yeah, so right. And then
Cronyism.
we have Zia Chiropractic in Hobbs, which we have 2 doctors.
He had some thugs go to his house and be like, hey man, we need you to get it.
We're selling it to Quiroz.
We're taking your name off the sign.
Sell it to Quiroz, right? Yeah, but no, he offered that practice to me, and I said yes the first
course.
second. And I saw the investment opportunity. I mean, in time takes care of all the rest of those things. So I'm still young enough
And
to keep on investing.
isn't it interesting how you're doing these things, like you're doing the chiropractor and they're like, as a high functioning individual,
I saw 30 patients in 2 hours on Saturday. 2
Me too.
hours, 30 patients. It was
Me too.
amazing.
That might have been a little too fast. That's Mexico
because they let's see, yeah,
style.
check.
No doubt. And everybody
Just
left
say,
happy.
COVID.
No, they're on a conveyor belt.
That's what I do. Crack. That's what I do. It's just,
What I was
So
gonna say
you
though,
crack backs really good. That's
No,
what you
really
do.
good. I'm a really
is
good
that what you did to get your start? Was
That's what I did to get
cracker?
my- yep.
You want to crack my back real crazy? We'll record this
behind
out.
target in 10
Right?
minutes. Behind target in 10 minutes.
Behind target in 10 minutes.
Got it.
No, so a high functioning person, I get in trouble myself in my personal life if I don't have, I just get bored.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'll go get a race car and drive down the road and flip
Yeah.
over and die, and then my kids, whatever. Okay, and that's happened. before.
Regular. Yeah, that's happened to
But they
him
brought me,
several times.
but they did bring me back
He
to
flipped
life.
his car and died. He was murdered once
No,
too.
so like me, I had my business that I established, and then like I had all this time on my hands and stuff, and it's like, okay, that's obviously paying the bills, and it's not occupying all my time. I'm not out there backbreaking doing all this stuff.
Sure.
And so then you want to do like if I don't, you have a drive is what I'm saying. You have a drive to do something else. And for me, it was just like, okay, now I'm coaching 2 soccer teams, so tonight I got soccer practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
I
that's
wouldn't have thought of doing that,
Yeah.
but now it does fill my time, and so and it's like other businesses, and so the chamber.
That's what it does for me.
Or the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I didn't have to do this, people.
Yeah.
You know? But like, who else is stepping up?
I just do Hobo Fight Club. Get
I'm
them
just waiting for Steven Spielberg to walk by. Or I'm waiting for the CEO of a medical center to walk by and be like, you need to be on the board.
You beer guy.
I'm just walking down the street and he's like,
How come nobody's asked me?
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's no
entitled
joke.
to it. Nobody gives it to me.
Running for office is no joke,
But
man.
and you have to.
It's no joke.
And it's I've told you this, but he's probably got too much fraud and embezzlement in his background to get
Gangster
elected.
shit.
Yeah.
Is this room getting brighter and darker?
He's got too much bestiality on his
Yeah, am I
on his resume.
I swear the lights behind you have gotten brighter and darker.
It's a skylight.
I've
So
seen
it
that a little
could,
bit.
it could be clouds going.
Clouds. Is that what it is?
You ever heard
I thought it
clouds
was a
before?
ghost.
No, I didn't know that that's what that was. I thought that like Dr. Gattasali was funny.
Yeah, it's fun around. Get out of my conference room.
that was good, bro.
I used to bang the secretary in here. I don't know. I'm sorry. I should have talked
That's my table. But
Use a coaster.
But that's where you're at, and like, that's what drives you to do that. It's like, hey, man, I've got to. As long as I have the energy. Some people are low functioning. Low energy. Jim.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I love being in front of people. Ever since I was a kid, though, I grew up in ECISD.
You do shows and shit.
I did a jump rope.
I know you were.
At Blackshear, I went to Blackshear Elementary, and I had magnet classes after that. We had karate and
Where'd you do
orchestra. I did karate, yeah,
Where?
at Blackshear.
He's a great
Oh, okay. At Blackshear?
Yeah, Blackshear had these after-school programs that
Fight each other, kids.
Yeah, it was cool.
Watch this video and then start fighting.
But I learned mariachi through that program. I learned, ballet folklorico. Still do the karate kicks every once in a while.
Technically he's a weapon. Technically he's a weapon.
I could, but I have to have a license. I have to have a license for my hand.
I love it when people say that.
show
I see red, bro. I just blacked out and I see red and I'll wake up. People are dead around me, bro.
Yeah.
When I wear my tap out shirt and I drink my 3 monsters in a row.
You're an American fighter?
Yeah, my American fighter shirt is real tight.
Yeah.
It shows off my back fat.
But
I love handles.
Yeah, man, it plugs you into the
What high
business
school did you
community
go
too. I went to Permian. I was commencement speaker for my graduating high school class in 1997.
Of course you are.
Yeah, it's a good speech. You should look at it.
That's where the fraud started.
That's where it started. Permian High School.
Hey, I got $100
97.
97? So you probably wrapped it in the style of Big Willie style, didn't you?
Dude, it was
Wrapped it all Will Smith
actually I
style?
used a line from The Sandlot. In the speech. So it's really good. Check that one out on YouTube.
Well, bro, we know you got babies to go kiss.
Yeah.
And
Shaking babies and kissing hands. That's what I do.
Red things.
Yeah.
As a stop reverse, it's shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what events you got coming up?
The dancing with the Bailando con las Estrellas is coming up on Thursday. It's for
slow down a minute. Hold on a minute. The what?
Bailando con las Estrellas, dancing with the stars.
That's racist. Okay.
Yeah. So at the Crisis Center, they recruited me to do a dancing fundraiser, and we just put a little Mexican spin on it for our.
So like the people in Crisis are like going to be going out and like dancing and stuff.
I don't think those.
No.
I don't think
They need to. They do a little.
You want the help? You gotta dance. Don't give me a place to stay. We make some money.
We need bodies in here, okay?
Get up, throw the stage, get us paid.
So you have to wear a burlap sack over your head so that your fucking
so they don't see your black eyes.
So that your stalker doesn't fucking.
That's not how that one works.
No. Okay, he's clarifying here, people. Like, we're being stupid. He's being professional, and he said no. That's not how that works. Okay, but I said that because I thought it would be funny. Okay, sorry.
Okay. No, that's all right, man. But I really appreciate y'all, man. I mean, I don't know what else is really coming up.
Have a good time, and you're, sometimes I don't know who we've had, but some guests we've had that's kind of like, or like just not interesting or not high functioning.
Yeah.
Mike Griffith was high functioning, and he was intelligent and funny. We also had Dr. Bartlett, and I had bought these 3 chocolate Frosties. And me and Chris were down on him, and I was like, "You want chocolate fries?" Like, nah. But then
He's like, hell
no, like an hour into the show, he's like vibing and shit. He's like, "You know what? I will have that chocolate frosty."
I love the chocolate frosty.
All right, man, I got you right here.
the frosty
Like, yeah, so he's like, we're all eating chocolate frosty with Dr. Bartlett and shit, So,
no,
but
Bartlett's a great guy.
you're a good guest because you're witty. You laugh at us.
get off his dick.
You make us look kind of
Hey,
good.
there's a lot of rooms in this maze.
He said thank you when we had him on. That's the first thing. Like, thank you guys for having him.
Yeah, no,
Wait a
man.
minute.
This is great, man. It gives me
Thank you.
it's a great new audience to be in front of.
Yeah, it's like networking, and you know what? And people can hear. A lot of people like haters and shit. Never heard you like sit down and have a candid conversation and like this is not conservative.
And every time I find those people in public, I try to address them. I try to address them if I find out that there's a sourpuss out there, and I'll say, "Hey, man, what's up?"
You mean behind Target?
Yeah.
No, I got something funny to say real
Your
fast.
gang and I'll bring mine.
What I put up on this, okay? I was one of the funny jokes that I've said, and I was kind of seriously contemplating this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to City Hall. And I'm going to say something to Malcolm Hamilton. Hopefully, he punches me in the head, and then I can sue the city, and then I get $1 million, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Should have done it when you could.
Like there was a high likelihood of that actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Like you might Malcolm Hamilton might actually.
There was a likelihood that
above 50% chance that
you would get punched by.
and then I'd sue the city and be like, hey, thanks for the $1 million to $2 to $10 million, and now I'm gonna buy a yacht and just sell 7 seas and shit. People like there was a high likelihood of that happening.
Yeah.
Like anybody could have done it.
Yeah.
You should have done it. That was your $1 million.
I was seriously contemplating it.
Jeez, yeah.
Like this is it. Hey,
Denise Swanner's a gangster, and she'll beat the brakes off you, bro.
People when they make those decisions is what changes their whole life, and it's like the other person's like, I should have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I should have went up to that.
That was $1 million plan, right?
Yeah, right there. That would have been set.
Can't do that twice. No, he does it again.
Oh look, that's success falling into my lap.
It's like it's somebody's
got the success. That's what I was looking for.
In the form of a big old fist crushing your.
It turns into a racket. Everybody's going up to Malcolm Hamilton and shit.
He just lied to people.
Until his term's over, and the city owes like $100 million.
Let's give the money back to the people.
I heard if you go get in Malcolm Hamilton's face,
He'll sock you.
and then you can sue the city. And there's already precedent. You can't get less than the guy before you.
Yeah. All right, man. We can wrap it up right there.
No worries.
So, but all right, Ben. Thanks for coming on, man. It was fun, bro.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having us here.
Thanks for clearing up some of the things that need to be cleared up.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time.
Yeah.
Good, nice facility.
All right, America.
Good talking to you.
America, stay black and stay proud. America,
But not New
Texas.
Mexico.
Not in Mexico.
Texas.
Stay with y'all. Stay.
Thank y'all, fellas.
Except for the Quiroz facility, sir. We'll helicopter.
Southeastern New Mexico is okay. It just smells
We'll
bad.
helicopter people in, so they don't touch the ground.
Yeah, so don't touch. Yeah.
I had an office in Albuquerque. They murdered a guy behind my office over there.
Oh, that's fun.
That's a nice note to end the show.
Yeah. So we'll save that for part 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're out, y'all.